This is going to be my game against winner for the NASIC Championship. So let's get into it. Alright, so we start off with the game. Just your normal stuff. Scout's a sergeant. We trade caps. And then now I'm kind of forced to give up this colonel because I might lose a sergeant or scout. So then we come out with this sergeant, and now since a captain and a lieutenant were traded, this is most likely going to be a scout or something worse. And we do pick up a scout. Then we defend with a colonel. We find a captain, and then we're going to sack this captain. And we find a colonel. Find a lieutenant. And then we just bluff and see what this piece is. And then we find another colonel, which is pretty good info. We'll come out with our major. And my goal basically is to try and get this captain in and see if I can sack this captain, because I know both colonels. Most likely I'll just find a major, but... So we just shuffle for a bit until he does let me get my captain in. And then we go in. This most likely won't be a major or anything like that, so we take the captain. I'm not really expecting any majors here because, like, this most likely won't be a major because it's really awkward to guard this piece, and it's gonna get really clumped up soon, and I can take advantage of that. So he doesn't do anything, which is surprising, which means there's no majors here. Oh, whoops. So that's surprising. So none of these are majors. So I just take this piece as a scout. He hits here, so this is a sergeant. So what I'm gonna do is go left, so he doesn't take one of the pieces. And the weird thing is that he didn't go colonel left here, so I'm already assuming this is a piece, because if he goes colonel left, then I'm forced to lotto, and if that's a bomb, he gets one of these pieces as well. So, because these are both known. So I just go back, I move back, so then I lotto, and then he goes colonel here. So I'm already assuming that there's some sort of bombs here, because he decide not to, he didn't even try to defend this. So I thought these three might have been bombs. So I decided to just take a piece, and yeah, I got a minor, because that was a dead captain, so it might as well be good to get something at it while I'm at it. So then he scouts this known lieutenant again, known sergeant, which is not good. So then he thinks this might be a good piece. So he just come back. And I just sit my marshal in the center. This is pretty effective strategy. He takes here, which is good. Now he finds out both majors. And now he can really pressure. So I then come in with my sergeant, my colonel, to see if I can trade. He doesn't let me trade, which is quite annoying. And then now we trade majors. And now here what I do is, he gives me this opportunity to do this tactic where I go here, and if he hits with this colonel, this could be a general or a marshal, and he loses 2 pieces. And that's a number 1 rule in Stratego. You should never risk 2 pieces just to try and get something, unless you're really desperate, and he's not desperate in this situation. So I get the captain back. I want to trade colonels, but he doesn't seem to be letting me. So then I find this major here, because I scouted this because he doesn't have that many sergeants or sergeants left, so this most likely isn't a bluff. So we try to trade. He doesn't let me hit with the sergeant. So this is probably like a captain or a lieutenant, something like that. So there's just a bunch of shuffling here. He's not letting me hit this piece with my sergeant, so I'm assuming it's probably something interesting. Neither with my lieutenant. And then now when he moved this piece in, I thought it might have been something good. And yeah, it was the general. And then, I made a big mistake here. I didn't realize this lieutenant was known, so he came in and he took. I think he might have forgot it as well, because otherwise he would have just took right here, but... So then I come in with the real marshal, and he actually hits, which is really surprising. So I get a free free general. So then I hit with this, see what this piece is. So I try and pressure on the right side, and then when he goes in like this, I know this isn't a good piece, because if it was something like, if this was the Marshall, for example, because I know both kernels, I come in with my kernel and I pick up these pieces, this piece at least. So he trades, we trade kernels on the left side, and then I don't know what I was doing here, move the spy up, and then he takes. And I didn't think this was a spy, because I thought my sergeant sat next to it a couple moves, so I didn't think it was a spy, and I did take, and apparently it was, so this isn't good. And now he just gives him the spy back for free. So, I mean, it's still better, but because I'm up two lieutenants, a sergeant, two lieutenants and two minors for the marshal versus general and the scout. So it's not the end of the world, but the marshal is unknown. So I just come in with my minor to see if he's gonna do anything. So now I come in with this minor and see if I can go to the right side. Okay, then I hit. So this is the marshal, and then I move this minor next, and it was a sergeant, so that's really annoying. So that was his last sergeant, which I'm really surprised. So that I'm already assuming that his flag is probably somewhere on the side. So now he calls this as not my lieutenant, I mean not my general, so he's gonna come in and probably take that. We take. So I already, a few moves ago, when the sergeant came in, when I found out that sergeant, I already assumed his tripod was here. So when I went here, he took, so I'm assuming it's a 3 over tripod, right? So when I come in with my lieutenant, this lieutenant's dead, by the way, because his marshal's gonna come in, force my colonel out of the way, and then he's gonna trap this lieutenant. So I decided to just lotto while I can. So I took this minor, and then took this minor, and and it was obviously, all these three were probably bombs, so I come in with my general, pretend like it's not actually the general. Then I come in with this minor. Maybe I can try and pick something up. So he calls this as my general, I'm pretty sure. And then he takes. So, but then I get so I moved up because if he takes, I get a piece. And then now I'm just shuffling because the problem here is I can't advance because he controls 2 lanes and my major's kind of buried here. So if I can get the major out, maybe I can trap this piece. But right now I'm just have to force to shuffle. So he comes in with this piece on the right side. I'm a little bit worried, but there's not much I can really do. And then now what really is interesting is that he actually let me, like he didn't take the lane anymore, which really got me confused. I'm like, why would you not take the lane? So I thought that either one of these had to be the majors. So I wanted to advance the game. I didn't want to draw because according to the rules, if a draw is like both players are eliminated, and I wanted to play for a win if I could. And even if I lose this captain, I still have drawing chances. So I was like, and when he moved this up here, I already thought this probably is the major, because he just gave the lane up with this piece, so it made no sense for that to not to be the major. So it made no sense for that to be the major. So I got a lieutenant, which is really good. And then this is good, so now you just give me control of so now I'm blocking this piece from coming in. So now when he lets me take this, I'm pretty sure it's a scout. Maybe taking wasn't the right idea, but because if I take, he can go here, and then maybe come. I don't know. I don't think he can come in with a minor. Yeah. So, but I'm scared that he might scout this major or something like that, and then that would not be good. So he didn't. So then he lauded his colonel, and now they're pretty much the. Maybe I should have just took here. But now he's gonna try his chances at lotto, and now the game's over because he's not close to my flag. Alright, so thank you guys for watching, and let me know if you guys want anything more or anything I should have done.